So we watched Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and I guess, our second episode of My Dad Reviews. The last one was Avengers Endgame. So it's tough competition to go against Avengers Endgame, and I'm going to try not give as much as my own opinion on the movies I did on Avengers last time. It's more going to be your opinion. So overall thoughts. We got out of the movie a couple hours ago. What are your overall impressions? That I'll ask a few other more intimate questions about things about the movie. What's your overall view on the movie after coming out of it?
2 hours wasted. I could have watched the same Godzilla movie on TV and been much more humorous for sure.
But you seemed a little bit higher on it though, like when we came out of it.
It's okay. If you like Godzilla movies, it's okay. It's just that it's not really very believable.
Well, of course, it's not believable. It's Godzilla, but they certainly push it. They push it for the believability of it. I think. What do you think of the story, or I guess lack thereof? Like, the plot of the movie? If we can even.
It's hard. It's hard to tell what the plot was. The woman was angry because her child died in the last movie, and
no, they weren't in the last movie.
Oh,
so that was all in this movie. There was only one character, and that was Ken Watanabe's character. That's the only remaining character from the last movie.
But they led us to believe that was what it was.
It showed their characters as the first scene of the movie, that the events that took place in 2014. It showed those characters in that, but we didn't see those characters in that movie. So I was going to lean over and tell you that, but I was like, it doesn't matter really. But yeah, you got...
The story was terrible.
Via Farmiga and Kyle Chandler, husband and wife, or I guess ex-husband and wife, and their daughter is Molly Brown from Stranger Things.
Well, she was cool.
I think all the actors are good. It's just, the dialogue-wise, I don't know if you pay attention to what characters say, but did you like any of the dialogue?
No. It sounded like it was a lot like a sci-fi movie. That's the way I would describe it.
It was like a huge budget.
With a bigger budget,
sci-fi. A massive budget.
Same people wrote
Which brings me to my next question with the budget. Do you think it was fully utilized with the special effects? And when you get to the monster stuff, did that pay off in any way for you? Like the big spectacle of it all?
When you could see them, like over there, they were cool, but when they interacted and fought, it was not very good.
Did you? I almost have to insert some of my opinions in here because just to get your opinion. But I think until maybe the final third, whenever you're seeing Godzilla fight with any other monsters, 'cause there are several monsters in the movie. I didn't like the direction, like the camera work. The way that I'm sure they looked great. The CGI was probably great, but I think the way it was filmed, you could tell what was happening half the time. That was the aesthetic they were going for. I didn't know if you liked that, if you disliked that as much as I did, or
definitely it was not to make fun of it, but it was a lot like it was all kind of jumbled together.
What movies would you compare it to cinematography wise? I know there's a couple there that we always would jump to.
Anaconda
2. Alien vs. Predator.
Yes.
This isn't nearly as bad as those, because this movie isn't trash.
Transformers. But Transformers, I like the
Transformers. are lightly lit. You can see what's happening. It's just the action is...
It's happening so fast.
It's happening. I think there's a little bit of that in here, and I hate to say that because I hate the Transformers movies. Not like Bumblebee. Bumblebee was good. But what... The movie is called Godzilla, King of the Monsters. What do you think of Godzilla?
Godzilla was cool. He had a hard time in the whole movie, but the aesthetics was very cool, and he was kind of the good guy in the movie and saved the day and all. But he couldn't actually save the day. They had to help him.
They had to help him a lot, didn't they? I know you didn't watch the 2014 movie, which you don't have to. But the size of Godzilla, he's much bigger in these newer movies than the way he was portrayed in, let's say, the '90s movie or the old black and white movies. Do you like the size of him? Do you think that fits in well with what they're going for? Just how massive he is. Do you like that?
I think it's okay because the other monsters were that big too.
Some of them. Let me think. What was the three-headed? Ghidorah is the three. I think I actually think Ghidorah is the best special effect in the movie. I think anytime you get a close up on that 3-headed dragon, like it looks pretty incredible.
It looks just like the one in the old movies, but just better. It looks
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
it,
They utilize it well.
only bigger technology.
And obviously you have Mothra and Rodan. Then there's some other side ones that we don't really know.
I don't get Mothra.
But I really liked Mothra.
Mothra was cool to look at, but
we're not going to say like if they utilized her as a good guy or a bad guy.
She had like a stabbing device.
There's some cool stuff there with Mothra. But yet again, I think there's stuff that happens in the third act there with Mothra. That the way that it's filmed, action-wise, I didn't know what happened there. I don't want to spoil anything. But I got a little bit of the Predator vibe. Do you remember towards the end of the Predator when all the characters start dying in the third act in the forest, and we're like, did that character die? Because it's filmed in a way that you don't know what happened. And there's some human characters in this movie that I see early on, and then I don't see them again. I'm like, did that character die? They
all should have died because they can't be like doing little dances around like the monsters and they're fighting, they're destroying the whole city. Somehow they walk right out of there.
Sally Hawkins is in this movie. Sally Hawkins, she's the mother in the Paddington movies. You may have saw her in this movie. She was in the court at the beginning of the movie, and I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but I think she died like in the first or second act, and I don't know. Like, the way that it's filmed, they do not want to like let you know if characters die.
I called them earlier, and they don't know if she died or not. They're not sure. They get back to us.
But this was a movie I was really looking forward to. I thought it had one of the best trailers, and one of the biggest disappointments for me is that some of the grand and epic shots of Ghidorah on top of like the mountain with the fire coming out, and some of like the Mothra shots of her like spreading her wings and I guess all the water or whatever, all those shots are in the trailer. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, the movie doesn't expand. Like, there's no other like beautiful shots like that. There's some cool action scenes, but there's none of those shots. And I don't know. I don't even know if you've seen a trailer for this movie. Maybe like
I did not.
You might have seen one when we went to the movies and saw one. But to me, I was disappointed for a movie that I was looking forward to all year, and I thought it was going to be great. I thought it was a major disappointment.
People, if you really like Godzilla, you may like the movie. It's not great. It's not a great movie.
Not great.
It was a little enjoyable, but it was so long.
If you're going to get into nitpicking, considering that we've been watching Chernobyl, the amount of radiation that's in this movie and how much characters are exposed to it, they'd all die 30 minutes into the movie. And then you watch Chernobyl and people's skin just like falling off.
Because that's real.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of a nitpick if you want to get into a Godzilla movie, but they push it. Like, they go into situations where I'm like, all these characters would be toast in like a second. Yeah. But I think that's a mild nitpick. If the movie would have had a good story and would have focused more on the creature stuff, I wouldn't be nitpicking these things, I don't think. But I think it's glaring because the movie wants to focus so much on humans. These humans suck. Like, they're no good. It's no good. And I thought that was very disappointing. Yeah. Right. So any other final thoughts on the movie? Because I think we're reaching the end. Anything else to say?
No, I think that's about it.
Our scale is we like to compare things to Alita Battle Angel. Avengers Endgame was substantially better. Is this better or worse than Alita Battle Angel?
Gosh.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about that. Because I felt robbed when I watched that movie. When I watched it, because I thought it was going to be a lot better.
So is it better or worse? Or equal to? I think it's kind of equal to.
It's probably a little bit better, even though I like Alita. But
Alita's a cool character.
It's just a terrible movie.
Yeah, I think Alita probably had better characters, and that's saying a lot.
If Alita would have been there, Godzilla took her down too.
What do you give the movie on a grade scale?
Between
A plus to F. I give it a C. That's what I give it. I think it's very middle of the road. That's what I gave it. I gave it a C.
Yeah. C's probably a lot of room in C, I would say.
C?
C, yeah.
Maybe C plus. I think you liked it a little bit more than I did. So
it was so long.
It's too long.
It was long. It was
cut it. I think the best advice, even though I don't think Hollywood could ever make a movie like this, cut it down to 90 to 100 minutes. Cut out all the human characters. Almost tell the story through the monsters. It doesn't even need dialogue. And I think that's what people actually want to see.
They could have showed those pictures. Well, we can't talk about that. They can't. They can't. They could have told it through the monsters.
They could have told it through
They
the monsters,
really
but
could.
instead they put the monsters in the back seat and they tell it through the humans. And I think that's not what we want.
It's not a terrible movie.
No, it's not.
And it's enjoyable. People will like it. It's just not super great.
Yeah.
That's the way I would describe it. And it's a little long.
It's a little too long, yeah.
If it's a little bit shorter, it probably
Even with the human stuff, I'd still say cut out 15 20 minutes. But if you cut out all the human stuff, you need to cut down to like 90-minute movie probably and just let the monsters take front stage. Still somewhat looking forward to Kong versus Godzilla. I'll watch it because I like King Kong a lot.
All I know is in the old Godzilla movies, the characters that are the humans that are seeing it, they're like over there, and Godzilla's over here just destroying everything.
They're right.
They're down at his feet.
Yeah,
and he's destroying everything, but they don't get hurt at all.
I feel like if you touch Godzilla, you're dead with the amount of radiation that he's got, like pulsing through his body. But yeah,
and we know that didn't happen, right?
Yeah, it's something.
My goodness.
But that's what we thought. Disappointment around the table. I think audiences are really liking this movie. Though,
very disappointed. Go see it tomorrow.
Yeah, go check it out if you want to. Or wait for a fan edit that just edits in all the monster stuff. It'll be a good, really cool 30-minute movie. Probably 35-minute movie. But yeah, that's how we felt. Let us know what you thought of Godzilla King of the Monsters in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button, and thank you for watching.